Well, first of all, the music, in a way, in our way of looking at it, it's the way it predates the flamenco sound. You hear a lot of these. These intervals, these augmented seconds, there's a lot of improvisation, a lot of freedom, and even when we record it, I am improvising. I know what I'm playing more or less, but it's always going to change, it's always going to be fresh. Now, of course, there are some tunes that we have really written down and worked out explicitly, but most of what I do on this instrument is totally improvised, and also on the recorder. And I feel to get the spirit of this music, it's an oral tradition, and I don't want to know what I'm doing until I'm actually doing it.
I'm also playing the Rebeck in this recording. The Rebeck is a Middle Eastern instrument that came into Western Europe during the time of the Crusades. The Rebeck was in Europe by the 12th century, certainly, and continued in use for hundreds of years. As you can see, it's a small instrument. The bottom is one single piece of carved out wood, so it's very strong. I like to joke sometimes in concerts that you're walking around London at night in the 17th century, say, and you're a dancing master going off to play a tune and teach the dances to the aristocracy. You have your Rebeck in your pocket. If somebody tries to rob you, mug you, you can just use your Rebeck as a weapon. It's a very sturdy little thing that you can just carry around in your pocket. And it has a very high sound, and I play tunes on this.
Some of the other instruments that I'm playing on the record are castanets, and often after concerts, people are always asking me, how do you hold castanets? You know, I got a pair when I was a little kid, and I always wanted to know how to hold it, and people hold them different ways. But the general way is to loop the string around the thumb like this, and you have the knot on this end so that they hang open. So that when your fingers, they click together and then open back up. Now, on this particular record, and most Sephardic music that we play as a group, I do a lot of castanet playing. And it's very easy to hear when it's time to play castanets or when I should use them, because the music really speaks, and you can tell that Spanish flavor. So this type.
Then there's the function of the instrument. In playing the bass viola da gamba, I am playing the bass of any piece I'm in, and I do a lot of plucking. This is not something that is done all that much on the viola da gamba, but I play chords, plucked arpeggios and so forth, and I also bow, and I get to make up my bass lines. And I really like the sound of the gamba with Jose's voice because, well, maybe I like sort of mid-range mellow sounds, and so when I'm playing a melody on my instrument and Jose is singing, it's a nice, low, mellow sound.
Steve Rosenberg and Jose introduced me to this music. Originally, most of the songs are for guitar and voice, and we added percussion as an accompaniment as we did the gamba. Now, our interpretation of this music, I don't think we consider ourselves, oh, this is early music, or we're Sephardic musicians, you know, we're playing in the most traditional sense. I think that we're bringing to it different backgrounds from many genres. For example, on one of the tunes, Jose and I are doing kind of a bossa nova feel. He wanted to do one of the Sephardic songs for just percussion and voice, and we decided to do something where we're going to bring a little Brazilian feel in it, because he is from Uruguay and Brazil, and I have a background in playing bossa nova and samba. So that's very interesting.
There are so many ways of doing this. And again, you can hear this music recorded by Victoria de Los Angeles in an operatic way, and you can hear it on electric instruments. So there's not one way of doing it. We just do what we feel is right. And they're beautiful, beautiful tunes, beautiful melodies with wonderful, poignant meanings. So we don't try to recreate anything, but make something new.
For me, it's like having the beauty of this group for me is that it's like having your clothes tailored. So it is totally comfortable, and we discovered as we go along. So we keep adding an instrument, and then we oh, but that that other instrument might sound better there. We'll somehow depict this. What I'm saying at this moment better, and we keep playing around like that to the point that we get to what we want, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful process to be able to, as a group, and to have that kind of support behind as a singer, to be able to really then express what you want to say, but with all these colors behind you. So it's a wonderful thing. That's to me what the most beautiful thing about our group is, that we really adapt to our own taste. We don't try to be anything different or anything, or try to be particularly fussy about anything. One song will sound like a Mexican song, the other one will sound like a Brazilian samba, the next will sound almost something totally different. That's the beauty of it.